Today I'm going to go to a sample sale. It's called the One and Only Designer Sale. Never been before. I love a sample sale though, so I'm hoping to pick up a couple of nice things whilst I'm there. I have a couple of bags that I wouldn't mind picking up at a reasonable price, and I'm going to see if they've got any ready to wear. I can't really shop shoes, but I will show you what they have. So let's go. So last minute I decided to take a trip to a sample sale. This sale was called the One and Only Designer Sale. I'll put a link to it down in the description box. You do have to pay to get into this sample sale, so I paid for an early slot and got, I think I was one of the first people in. And basically you walk in and it's kind of like a charity shop, thrift store kind of vibes. There's basically just stuff everywhere. There's a few different vendors who sell different things. Some of them sell bags, some of them sell clothes, some of them sell vintage bags, but this vendor had quite a lot of YSL, which I thought was pretty good. I think if you are looking for a classic style YSL bag, you will be able to find that here. They had black ones with gold finishing and black ones with silver finishing. I actually do want a Loewe bag, so I wasn't sure about whether I'd pick one up today. On this day I didn't really go in with a mission. I kind of just went to have a look, and I had a very small budget. I was like, if I find anything I'll buy it, but if it's quite expensive then I might think about it. So the YSL bags I kept circling because I was like, well, maybe I could get one. They did also have quite a lot of Jacquemus bags, some Balenciaga bags, and surprisingly quite a lot of Bottega Veneta as well. They had dumpling bags, the ones with the chains, woven ones, which were so pretty. The discounts on these weren't super good. I think she said that they were around 2,000, so they were still pretty high up there. But if you are looking at the dumpling bag, then you'll definitely be able to find one at a discount here, even in more of the classic, more neutral styles.
Killers don't tell. Shadow my mark of the New York the shelf. Now my bitch is Chanel. Will you be my leading lady? I wanna go try and get a little maybe. In the meantime, it's not going well. Get some me time. I don't know if you know what you are. But it's been a few hours and it's for like days.
So I was actually in a hurry on this day, so I only had about an hour to go through everything, and so I didn't have tons of time to look through the clothes. I think the clothing is a bit harder to shop just because all of the brands are mixed up and there isn't necessarily any particular theme amongst the clothes. None of it is particularly seasonal or not seasonal. Like, there's just a mix of stuff. So I saw these Miu Miu t-shirts and I thought they're very easy to wear. I think I should have probably picked up the lighter grey, but I picked up the darker grey. I don't think they had the lighter grey in my colour, so I just snagged one of those. And then I looked at some of the other clothing that they had. I think if you are looking for like a special occasion dress or something that's quite particular, then I think that you might have a good shot at finding it here. They had quite a few Christian Dior dresses that I think would be really good for evening, if you've got like a evening dinner or something like that. But otherwise you have to have the patience of a saint and lots of time to kind of look through the clothes. So the clothes didn't get tons of my attention. They did have this Zimmermann dress that I believe was about 450, down from 600, which I thought was decent. But again, there aren't tons of sizes, so you have to be kind of lucky to be able to pick up something in the clothing section, unless you're kind of happy with just picking up whatever you like or whatever they have available. The shoe offerings were actually quite good. I struggle to find shoes just because I've got big feet, but if you are looking for a pair of Louboutins, Bottega Venetas, they had quite a few of the classic styles. They had Socates, they had usual Louboutin styles that are really popular at pretty good discounts. They also have the Loewe bags in different sizes, so if you want the smaller size or the bigger size, they have them there. And they actually had quite a few really nice styles of Christian Louboutins. I kind of wished that they had my size in some of them, because I really want a pair of beige Socates, but I'm just certain that I won't be able to walk in them. And I think that's one of the only styles that goes up to like a UK size 9-10. But they do have lots of variation. I think that I saw a few Amina Mwadis. If you are looking for an occasion wear pair of shoes, then they'll definitely have them here at a really good discount. They did have a few, I would say, standout bags like this Prada embellished bag. They had a few more specific bags, and they did actually have quite a bit of Dior as well, which I was surprised by. Don't usually see Dior in sample sales and discounted stores, so that was quite interesting to see. And then they also had quite a few trainers if you're looking for some Alexander McQueen's. This was advertised as a ladies sale, a women's sale, but there was a men's section at the back. So if you are a man or you know of a man, I don't know, that you would have shopped for or something, then they do have some options in there. And I just love this Bottega Veneta dumpling bag. I struggled so much about whether I should buy this bag or not because it's so expensive and so duped, but it is so beautiful. If you are looking for, you know, the Jacquemus signature style bags, they had loads of those as well at decent discounts. I did find though that some of the vendors had the same bags at different prices, so I definitely recommend getting there early and comparing prices with the different stands, because I was able to get a Jacquemus bag for a price that was cheaper than the ones that you guys can see here. Also, I think it's a good idea to some of the vendors will only hold what you want for an hour, so you've got to move fast as well. So I would recommend just going in, moving fast, and making your way around.
I want a contract, girl, no, maybe. In the meantime,
they did have some swimwear, but to be honest with you guys, it was a bit blah. It was a bit blah, and it was in very specific, very small sizes, and it was just a bit inconsistent. A lot of the clothing, I think, is just based on luck if you find anything, and you really do need to allocate some time to look through everything if you are looking for clothes. They did have quite a few classic Dior shoes as well, some of the slides. They had some Louis Vuitton trainers. The shoe offering was actually really good and varied.
Only been days, but it feel like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Like move fast and do what you want. In the meantime, just not doing what I want. Just some me time. Keep doing what you want. In the meantime, just not doing what I want. Just some me time. Keep doing what you want. Maybe I don't love myself. I don't know. Leave me here, I'll fuck myself.
This stand had quite a few really cute vintage pieces, and you can see it's also good to look up because they do have some bags on display higher up as well that you can request. They did have a few stands that had some sunglasses. I wasn't super impressed with the sunglasses that they did have, but they did have really good discounts on them. So if you are looking for a pair of sunglasses, I think all the sunglasses in this stand were like £150, so I think it's a reasonable price.
Like that. Please don't take this personal, but you ain't shit.
Also, the women's changing room is shared, so they do make you kind of put your coat and your belongings away when you walk in, so you can't walk around with your coat or your bag. And then if you want to try anything on, you have to kind of try it on in a communal area, which I mean I understand, but it is a bit ghetto. Like I'm not sure that I love that. There was an Alexander McQueen bustier that you guys can see here that I was absolutely in love with, and the discount on it was so good. It was an Italian 40, and I thought that maybe by some chance the fashion gods would allow me to wear this thing, but I put it on over my clothes and there was no hope, so I had to leave it. I really loved it as well. And this trench coat, this Alexander McQueen trench coat, was so beautiful, but it was in a small, but it just felt such good quality. I wish that they had that in my size as well.
Baby, did you know that from the moment we fell in and knew we couldn't fall back, knew I'd always
And then these are some of the Christian Dior dresses that I thought were cute. Kind of really classic style dresses as well. So I think pretty good for, you know, push dinner or something.
Baby, it's the everything for me.
So when you want to buy something, they give you what looks like a receipt, and then they put the bag behind the till, and then some of the stands gave you an amount of time that you had to buy it by. So some of the stands had like, they'll keep it behind the till for an hour. And so you'll see that I have kind of like a receipt in my hand. So I kept hold of that and I gave that in at the till. Whilst I was lining up, I did spot a Lady Dior in a medium, and I did ask how much it was. They said it was 4,000, which I think when I checked online, it retails for like 5. So I guess you'd make a pretty good saving on it. I think the discounts were pretty good, but very varied. So I definitely think it's good to compare and also to go in with a plan about what you might want. I just finished work and I want to quickly show you guys what I picked up, because I was able to pick up a couple of things. I don't go to sample sales often. I do go every now and then when I can, when I've got time. I did actually pick up my wedding dress for the Vera Wang sample sale. It was very good, 10 out of 10. I would definitely recommend the Vera Wang ones. But it was my first time going to this particular sample sale. It's hot in here. I picked up 2 bags and a top, and I wanted to quickly show you. There were a couple of rules you actually had to follow to get into this sample sale. So you weren't allowed to carry your own bag. You had to put your bag and your coat into the cloakroom. So I didn't have any bags or anything in my pockets or anything as I went around. But the first thing I picked up was this Jacquemus bag. It comes in a dust bag. I picked up 2 bags. None of the bags came with a box. I was kind of trying to listen in to where they get all of their pieces for this particular sample sale, because I noticed that basically it's a room full of vendors. So it's not one company that has all of this designer luxury stuff that's selling it all. It's like all different vendors that have different things that are in one room, and you can kind of just move around and shop. This bag, which is the I think it's called the Chiquito Grand, is a bag that I've wanted, but I didn't want to pay. I knew I didn't want to pay full price, and it was not necessarily super high up my list of wants. It was a nice to have, but basically I picked up this bag. Sorry guys, I'm chatty. Is the color? Yeah, I picked up this bag. If you guys want, I will do a video on how I'm planning to style this bag, because I feel like it's not always the easiest bag to style. Sometimes when people wear it, I love it. And sometimes when people wear it, I don't love it so much. But my plan for this bag, and why I picked it up in this yellow colour, is because I plan on wearing it mostly in summer. It is, of course, very seasonal. So I plan to wear it mostly in summer, and mostly with like summer dresses and stuff like that. For some reason, somebody has pulled up right in front of me. I don't know why they can't let me be great. Because nobody can pass now you've parked over there. I would say that most of the bags that had the best discounts were the bags that were seasonal, and I actually went in with a very small budget, thinking, you know, I'm not going to buy too much. I kind of just wanted to look around. My understanding is that this sample sale happens once a month, so I was kind of like, okay, I'm just going to go and see what they've got, see if there's anything that I like, and if I like it and it's not too much, I'll buy it. But if not, I'll come back, you know, on one of the other months with a plan. Right? Because I definitely think, although it's a sample sale, with shopping in general, it's always good to go in with a plan, just to make sure you don't overspend and that you're not buying stuff that you don't really want. So actually, there was this bag, and then there was also, you know, the bag that looks like a, it's kind of looks like a box. I'll put in a picture for you guys. There was that one, but it was really, 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 really small. Very, very cute, but super impractical. But it was in a very nice brown color. So I saw that one first, and I thought to myself, well, actually, crossbody, that would be very, very cute, especially on days when I'm with the kids. And I've got the baby bag, which has most things in it. I could just use that for my keys and maybe sunglasses or my coin purse or something. So I picked that up originally, and then I put it down and then I kind of circled around to see what everyone else had, because that was one of the first stands that I went to. And then when I went back, it was gone. Some of the stands have bags that are on display, but they have extras. So you pick it up and you say, you know, I like this bag, and then they'll take one from their cupboard and they'll put it at the till for you. But this particular stand only had what was on show, and I didn't know that at the time. So when I put it down, clearly somebody must have picked it up. So when I went back to that stand, they had this one. I think they had it in a pink as well, but I thought that this color for me would be fairly versatile. It comes with a bit of stuffing on the inside, and I just have in my mind a couple of different ways that I would wear this bag. This bag I picked up for $3.95. I had a look online. The connection in there was really, really bad, but I had a look online and I saw it on online from anywhere from, like, I would say £800 down to about $450. I think I found one other place online that had it for, I think it was like $385, but it didn't include postage and packaging. So I was like, okay, I think it's a good deal. I really like this bag. I actually really like Jacquemus bags. And then the next bag I picked up, I'm going to hurry up because I've only got 3 minutes. Next, I picked up a t-shirt, and I think that this sample sale is pretty good if you are looking to pick up t-shirts or basics, especially if you're a man. There was a man section at the back. It was advertised as a women's sale, but there was men's at the back. And in that men's section, they had so many t-shirts, Balenciaga t-shirts, Givenchy t-shirts, all those kind of t-shirts. I don't usually buy designer t-shirts, but I won't say no to a good one on a good price with a good discount. So they had a few, but I ended up picking up this Miu Miu one, which is kind of cropped, and it just has Miu Miu across the front. And if you guys have been here for a while, you know I love a crop. So so I thought I could just wear this with some black jeans. This black jeans, a pair of trainers, and I'm good to go, right? £100. I think I picked this up for £100. I think on average the discounts were around, so I've seen this the Jacquemus bag retailing for like $800. If I got it for free, I would say the discounts are about anywhere between 30% and 60%. I think the discounts are actually really good. If I haven't told you guys already, get there early, because I was one of the first people in there, and there were so many bags, especially from the stand that I bought from. There were so many bags that just went. And by the time I left, they had like not much stock left. And I think I was in there for maximum like an hour and a half, because I had somewhere to go afterwards. So I think actually I was only there for an hour. And in the hour that I was there, I got there at opening, I was there for an hour. And in the hour that I was there, I saw at least 30 bags being sold. I think if you're serious about picking something up, then I would just get in early and get what you want, right? The next bag I got was actually such a nice surprise. I didn't see this bag at first. It's a Loewe bag. I have never seen this bag before. I didn't know I wanted this bag. If you guys have watched my what I wore in Greece video, then you'll see in that video that I talk about wanting some kind of holiday bag that was smaller than the raffia bag that I have. I kind of wanted a holiday raffia woven style bag that I could wear, that I didn't have to hold in my hand. I've got a Jacquemus bag, raffia bag, that I really love. It's my baby, I love it. But sometimes it's difficult to carry, especially if I'm with the kids. So I wanted a smaller raffia style bag. And as I was kind of just wandering around, I saw a lady pick up this bag. At the time I bought it, I didn't know what it was called. I now believe it's called the Cubics or the Pubic. It's called the Cubi bag. This stand, they did have more underneath. So this is what she looks like. This is what she looks like, right? From what I can see online, This bag retails generally for £1,000. You can see here. I don't think it's a very popular bag. I was also a bit thrown off by the shape of the bag. Like when I was trying to put it on stuffed, it's stuffed now. I found it really hard to put on my shoulder, but with it unstuffed, it fits under my shoulder just so well. And I like the size of it, and it's woven. The only thing I think I would have preferred about this bag is if it was brown, just because I find brown to be a bit easier to match during the warmer months with my outfits. But other than that, it's got this really nice panel on the bottom. Other than that, she's a beauty. Okay, and I'm very excited to wear her because I feel as though she kind of does holiday vibe, right? She does holiday vibe, but she also does, I can wear her in the city, which I like as well. I have figured out that I'm a top handle shoulder bag girl, right? So it is right up my alley. So I picked this up for 600. And I think she's very cute. You guys let me know if you've heard of this bag before. Never heard of her. There was a dumpling bag that just literally, it took everything in me not to buy this bag, because this dumpling style of bag is just so duped that I was having like a tug of war in my head, because I'm like, I absolutely love this bag, especially in the brown color. I kind of picked it up and like walked around with it for a little while, thinking to myself, do I really want to do this? I was so close to buying it, but I'm just like, it gets duped so often. How much of a dickhead am I going to feel walking around with this really, really expensive bag when I could get something that looks so similar for a cheaper price? But I think what was getting me was just the quality of the leather. It was just so nice. I actually might end up buying that bag, honestly, because when I held it, it was just like, hi mum. I was like, hi son. I was so happy to see it. But anyway, that's it guys, that's all I got.